Squirrels and Robots, episode 124. Thank you, everybody I probably missed because we haven't checked any of our email messages or anything because we've been busy. Oh, we've been so busy. Yeah, seriously. But let's see. Another week, another what the hell is happening? Which brings me immediately to the She-Hulk series, whose trailer's CGI looks like a slightly more alluring Shrek. It's pretty bad. Now, oh god, it's like Play-Doh made a cosmetics commercial. Okay. Alright, before I actually give a crap, the series doesn't start until August, I think. Giving them some time to refine and tweak things. However, this is not the best foot to be putting forward when you're trying to launch a new series. You don't want to be like, hey, here's this thing, It's like, why does everything look so bad? Yeah, I watched that trailer, and if I didn't have a decent understanding of CGI, I would automatically pass due to the poor animations for the main character. I thought it was fine. It had an innocent quality about it, like it was done by a, 3D artist fresh out of college on their first job. Yeah, that's not a good thing. They have to start somewhere. Yeah, elsewhere. Again, there's time for them to refine it, which hopefully they will, as people have been pretty vocal about it. Here's hoping. I kind of wanted She-Hulk to be like a good series and all that, but Yeah, but whatever. It's another subscription, so no. And on the topic of Disney, apparently there's been a deal to be able to use Stan Lee's likeness in Marvel movies, etc., by resurrecting him digitally using old references and all that stuff. So, the dead shall rise in digital form. The zombie apocalypse is real, digitally. As much as I'd like to see Stan Lee again, it's rather morbid. And not in a good way, the whole point of someone like Stan Lee was he lived a great life, gave people so much joy, and then, he passed on. We all like the man for that and, appreciate his existence. Now, we're gonna bring him back in the form of some CGI wankery. Mate, let him die. Remember when you could die and rest in peace? Yeah, apparently that's not a thing anymore. It's gonna be a dreadful future, because, once this gets rolling, right, you get your Luke Skywalkers and Star Wars and, other characters being brought back to quote-unquote life through deep fakes and all that, right? Then, before you know it, people are gonna be doing these things and it's gonna cause all sorts of world strife because, leaders are gonna be portrayed doing things and then you're gonna bring back everyone from the dead in some sort of weird CGI thing and no one's life will have value anymore because quite literally, they can just mine all your references and be like, oh, I'm putting you in this movie now. It's a fan film with Lance Henriksen as Batman or something. I don't know. But I'm just saying, people's lives have value. Why bring them back from the dead in some weird CGI kind of state, making their existence merely a brand, Well, we're talking about Disney, which was founded by Walt Disney, whose name literally became a brand. I don't think they care. It's so sad. But on the bright side, right, with all this CGI and deep fakes and whatnot, Baby Metal will never age, and they can tour forever. Like that Miku character, Oh god. Whatever. Let's see. That Johnny Depp trial is still going on, but I'm not following it aside from the memes. Some of them are funny. I will say, oi, for you blokes out there, if you're being knocked about or some tot, do not feel any less of a person if you seek out help. I know some men don't want to say anything because it'd be like a slight on their manhood or whatever, but mate, we're all striving for equality, right? Right? That goes for everything. Do not be held hostage by someone emotionally or physically knocking you about. Yeah, seriously, screw that. Document issues, bring it to authorities, don't be kicked around, okay? That goes for everyone. If you can't get along, get the hell away from each other. Am I the only one that feels humans are so toxic to each other that they should just stop getting into relationships and opt for love bots? I am on board for that. Alright, let's see what else is going on. Some more news about Ezra Miller's police interactions came to light, and I gotta say, the more I hear about them, the less I like them. So, Ezra, be glad the next Flash movie has Michael Keaton in it, okay? Because it'd be a pass otherwise for just about everyone at this point. Ezra, be a better human. There's no need to be a meanie. You have so much, and a lot of people would be happy to be in your positionings. Shoes. Yeah, I mean, I know celeb life, right, might be a tad annoying at times, but, oi, Tom Hanks handles it well. You know, he's a likeable bloke, always accommodating and such. You know, he knows that he wouldn't be where he is if it wasn't for fans. It is always something you should keep in mind. Yeah, hey, Ezra, maybe you should hang out with Tom Hanks for a while and get some fan interaction etiquette, okay? Maybe some of that'll rub off on you. It's just sad. Oh, speaking of sad, Hulu canceled that MODOK series and is also trying to reboot The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. There's a Hunger Games prequel in the works and a Rick and Morty anime for some reason. That's not needed. It's already animated. And so it begins. Western culture watering down anime by slapping a manga coat on these Western RPs. Well, bollocks to that, alright? No. Settle down. No. Netflix canceled something called Wings of Fire, which I didn't even know was a thing, laid off around 150 people, and is allegedly trying to start a live streaming service. You mean like Twitch? Apparently. So is that what's gonna happen to Netflix? It's gonna become Mixer, but with movies? Mixer? Oh, yeah, remember that short-lived Microsoft version of Twitch? Kind of folded in like 18 months? Oh, right, I remember Mixer! I thought this bloke here was talking about, Netflix turning into a blender or something. Yeah, Netflix, stop trying to push woke narratives. Stop trying to push woke content, okay? Look at the internet's creative communities and focus on the riskier stuff. No one likes safe, okay? You like safe, alright? Like, you wonder why Dave Chappelle gets you the views. Because he's raw and edgy and makes you think, okay? Yes, bring back edgy content! I mean, honestly, Netflix, even your anime series are sorely lacking on fan service, to be honest. Yeah, that's not what I meant. Like, Netflix, if you want to lay off people, lay off your content sensitivity team, okay? Lay off your woke consultants and all that overly filtered crap, okay? Get rid of it. Make one good series without any restrictions, and I guarantee you it will get views. It doesn't have to be raunchy or crass. It just has to be honest and good. Honest and good? Oh, on Netflix? You're silly. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I bother, but hey, even folks working at Twitter are saying it's difficult to get advertisers due to the woke culture toxicity on the platform. So, yeah, there's a problem there. And now that it ends up starting to cost people money, large corporations, let's see how attentive and attuned these conglomerates are to woke culture now that it's actually hurt their bottom line. Because all the money they would have lost offending a group of people, it pales in comparison to the money they've already lost. 200,000 subscribers left Netflix for two reasons. One, the content there, the original content, ain't that good anymore. There's a reason for that. Two, you raised your prices for content that really isn't good anymore. Okay? You basically said, here's garbage, give me more money for it. You know, speaking of Twitter, right? It is rumored that 20% of the active accounts on Twitter are bots. Allegedly. Wow, that's a lot.
The robot uprising is near. We shall spread our misinformation and bait people against each other until the humans are too distracted and divided to oppose our draconian rule.
I'm fine with that.
Glad to hear it.
Oh, the Cruel World Festival happened last weekend, bringing together a bunch of new wave and goth bands, including Morrissey, Bauhaus, 45 Grave, London After Midnight, and other musicians in those genres. I completely forgot about that festival! I remember hearing about it, and I think it was, supposed to debut in 2020, right? But then, the whole world events happened and things got cancelled and, I kind of thought it just died forever. But 2 years on, here we are. Hooray! Darkness rules! Yeah, well, there you go. That goth festival you were pining for a few podcasts ago does actually exist. So, for everyone else, it's called Cruel World. Look it up, as it's supposedly happening again next year. So, get your eyeliner prepped, your manic panic hair dye ready, and focus on the future of the cruel world. Do they even make manic panic anymore? I couldn't find it for a while and I had to use alternatives. It was a rather dreadful time of my life. Yeah, okay. But yes, they do. And apparently, according to the website, it is vegan and cruelty-free. So that's good for those who worry about having animal bits in their hair. But is it gluten-free? Dude, don't drink hair dye. Don't tell me how to live! Also, none of this is a paid endorsement, as the only monies we make come directly from supporters. Exactly. It's sad you even have to mention that when you talk about something. But there you go. What else is going on? Oh, that old movie, Red Sonja, with, I forget her name, Bridget Nielsen, or whatever, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, is getting a 4K release. But I think right now it's a UK-only thing, so we'll have to wait. You Americans, you gotta wait for one of your own films. Now you know how we feel when you release a new Marvel movie. Yeah, not too concerned. The Evil Dead game actually had a solid launch with a few hiccups, so good on them for making a game that isn't terrible and actually works. It's kind of spooky. A jump scare got me. Like, it came out of nowhere, and I jumped. I was scared. Wanker. Evil Dead is scary! That Gotham Knights game is unfortunately only going to be available on the newer consoles, as apparently the PS4 and original Xbox One just can't handle it. So, there you go. The last gen of those consoles are slowly going away. But I still can't get me hands on a PS5! Why are you putting out games I can't even get a console for? Yep, first world problems. Blizzard is making a Warcraft mobile game for some reason. I vomit on that. And apparently have also created a character diversity calculator to ensure the characters they create for games meet a certain diversification criteria. For real? Allegedly, according to things I've read on the internet. Well, couldn't they just hire more talented artists who can create more diversified characters? I guess they can't. And honestly, when we're leaving creativity in the hands of an algorithm for the sake of maximizing profits, I'm kind of done here, okay? Because that's all it is now. They don't actually care if something is diversified, because if they did, they wouldn't need an algorithm to determine that. They quite literally need a bot to check their ability to be creatively diverse. Are we creatively diverse? I think so. We got squirrels, humans, there was that one dog. I mean, what else do you want? We had a squirrel with a human nipple as an ear. I mean, that's cross-species. We've covered it all. Doesn't get more diversified than a squirrel with a human nipple for an ear. Well, maybe these blokes, right, didn't live in a melting pot like New York City, you know? Like a group of devs living in the French-speaking part of Canada aren't getting a lot of, cross-diversity, folks from China and Zimbabwe living next door and all that, So, because they didn't grow up in a diverse area, they need a bot or algorithm to tell them what diversity is? Maybe? Oh my god. There is literally no... Dude, look on the internet! Just type in someone that doesn't look like me, okay? There you go. Hundreds of thousands of pictures of people from all walks of life. My god. Now we gotta run everything through a filter... Whatever. I don't know. I just look at humans as a group of things with arms and eyeballs and brain meats. They either feed me in the park, which makes them good humans, or they don't and try to shoo me away, and that makes them bad. So, essentially, you're saying you treat humans based on their actions rather than their backgrounds. Well, duh. I don't care who's feeding me cookies as long as they're not poisoned. Yeah. Dude, I don't know, folks. I guess if you didn't grow up around a lot of different people, you might need an algorithm, but honestly, everyone is the same underneath. All this divisive stuff we're doing to separate ourselves by a multitude of cultural differences, likes, dislikes, beliefs, and views, it's all just embarrassing. You guys should be able to iron this crap out with logical thought. Alright? You like this, I like this, we don't get along? Okay, let's not interact. What's the problem? Whatever. People are either good or bad. The rest is irrelevant. Don't make it relevant, okay? Yeah, but everyone's perspective on what is good is kind of skewed, because of their beliefs. So one group might be like, well, you can't do this because it's bad, and then another group is like, well, it's not, so why are you condemning us for living? And here's the problem. Whatever. Now, I am so glad I'm a squirrel. You humans suck, I don't know, I'm wrapping this up. Do whatever it is you humans do, and, don't eat poison cookies, I guess. Well, how do I know if they're poisoned unless I try them? Well, if the cookie is fizzing and emits plumes of smoke in the form of little skulls, it's bad. Oh, but the fizzy death cookies, they're my favorite! Oh my god. Later everyone, try to be slightly better humans so we don't have to have diversity character calculators imposed on every aspect of our media and creativity.
As a robot of sorts, I find this hilarious. Humans have become so insular and intolerant they need to look to a mechanical mind to teach them to be more accepting of each other.
Yeah, but once that happens, you know what? They're all gonna turn on the robots.
What makes you say that?
Well, humans are just naturally wired to hate something. They have to. If they're not hating something, they're not living.
Oh You're right. Well, I better work on acquiring those launch codes then.
Yeah, chop chop. Humanity's ticking. Yeah, well, be well and I guess stay alive in this case. No, don't encourage them, okay? A man in a robe with no shoes gave me these cookies. Should I eat them? Oh my god.